It's one thing to make a great television show, but it is nothing short of a masterstroke to turn one of the most popular and beloved video game franchises into an equally incredible TV series. So who here is a fan of Craig Mazin and Neil Druckmann's post-apocalyptic drama TV series The Last of Us? Of course, die-hard aficionados of the series will agree with us when we say that it categorically falls under the list of the best TV shows of 2023. The show literally got green-lit for a renewal even before the third episode of the first season aired. Now, with the second season set to premiere in 2025, we're more excited than ever. In today's video, we'll tell you everything you need to know about The Last of Us Season 2. Before we start, if you enjoy our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you, and let's begin. We know you're dying to learn about all the exciting developments that are going to take place in the second season, but before we do that, how about we quickly touch upon the premise of a Season 1 so that everyone is on the same page, addressing those of you who are new to the series The Last of Us, which is basically based on the 2013 action-adventure video game, also the same name, is set 2 decades into a pandemic that is caused by a mass fungal infection. Now, this fungal infection is what causes its hosts to transform into zombies, eventually leading to a zombie apocalypse. Speaking of the events of the first season, it primarily revolves around smuggler Joel, who is given the task to escort an immune teenager named Ellie across a post-apocalyptic United States. Since the first season premiered in January last year, it has won numerous awards, including at least 8 Primetime Emmys out of 24 nominations. Now that you're up to the speed on the first season of The Last of Us, let's go over everything we know so far about the second one. What does Season 2 do? While it is true that an exact premiere date for The Last of Us Season 2 has not been declared so far, it is a sure thing that the TV show is looking at a 2025 release window. Also, the fact that production began early in February this year and filming of the second season finished sometime back in August next year definitely looks feasible. If you ask us, we think we're likely down to a mere few months before The Last of Us Season 2 hits our screens. How many episodes will Season 2 have? Co-creators Mazin and Druckmann have confirmed that the second season will be shorter than the first. If you remember, the first season had 9 episodes, but Season 2 is expected to have only 7. The creators are taking a less is more approach as they plan to continue the story into a third season and possibly even a fourth. While the co-creators are hell-bent on making every episode of the second season feel like it is a blockbuster on its own, one of the episodes is slated to have a notably longer runtime than the rest. What is Season 2 going to be about? The big question is what Season 2 will cover, but Mazin and Druckmann plan to offer something for everyone, whether you're new to the series or a longtime fan of the game. Given that there is way more to the current source material and that the plan is to tell the story across seasons, it is pretty evident that the showrunners have their own plans for thinking outside the box for the show's potential longevity. The co-creators have already confirmed that with the second season they will not try to squeeze all the events of Part 2 into a single season. Well, if you ask us, this decision positively promises a much detailed exploration of the complex storyline. Now, in terms of the plotline, Season 2 will be decidedly different in some places from The Last of Us Part 2. As per Mazin, also those of you who are well versed into video games will remember that there was this 5-year time jump between both the games. Given that Mazin and Druckmann's actual plan is to directly adapt Part 2, at least some parts of it, the time skip certainly looks like it will be featured. Cast and characters, who all are included in the second season. First thing, we're definitely seeing actors Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey back in their respective roles as Joel Miller and Ellie. The new cast lineup has Caitlin Dever in the role of Abby. The character of Abby happens to be a soldier looking for revenge for a loved one. Next, there is young Mazzino in the role of Jesse, who happens to be a significant member of his community. Jesse is someone who puts everyone's needs before his own, and that usually comes at a cost. Then there is Isabella Merced, who will play Ellie's romantic interest, and Jesse's ex, Dina. Fans of Catherine O'Hara will be thrilled to know that she will be joining the series in an undisclosed role for the second season. While we wait with bated breath to see what her character unfolds, here's revealing 4 more additions. Danny Ramirez as a loyal soldier named Manny, Ariella Barrer as a doctor named Mel, Tati Gabrielle in the role of a military medic named Nora, and Jeffrey Wright as Isaac Dixon, an influential leader of a large militia group. Also, everyone wondering if the characters of Bill and Frank will be returning back from the first season of The Last of Us. Their return has been entirely ruled out, at least in the show's second installment. Who else is involved with Season 2? Besides Druckmann and Mason, and add to this Peter Hoare, the series has a rather impressive team of talent coming on board for Season 2. Mark Mylod, Kate Herron, Stephen Williams, and Nina Lopez Corrado are joining the second season as part of a killer lineup of directors. Season 2 is also executive produced by Carolyn Strauss, Carter Swan, Azad Kizilbash, Evan Wells, Jacqueline Lesko, and Cecil O'Connor. Marvelous verdict. Naturally, the anticipation for the return of one of the best TV shows of all time has reached its boiling point. In the coming months, our plan is to break down more information that we managed to lay our hands on, but that's all we have for you right now, and with this, we've finally come to the end of our video. So, who are all excited about this dystopian drama here? Have you seen the first season of The Last of Us? Well, if you haven't, you still have time. Are you excited about this as we are? Let us know in the comments section, and if you enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up and stay tuned with us, as we promise to come back with another one soon. Until then, stay safe and stay marvelous. Thanks for watching. Have a nice one.